What's going on, America? It's Kevin from Kevin's Corner trying to make sense out of nonsense. Now, I know we were taught when we were little not to gloat when we win. For example, when you score a touchdown, it's probably the best thing to do is just hand the ball to the referee and go back to the huddle. But sometimes you gotta spike the ball and do the touchdown dance with the legs. See, and that's what I need to do right now because President Trump is winning again, along with all of the people who supported him. Against all odds, all obstacles, all of the resistance, all of the manipulation, all of the corruption, he is still winning. You talking about beating the odds. President Trump has been beating the heck out of the odds. He's been like, come here, odds, let me talk to you for a minute. See, you're gonna learn to respect me. Yeah, so he's been winning. We finally got Judge Kavanaugh confirmed to the Supreme Court Justice. And you know what? That is such a huge win because what that's gonna do is going to, hopefully, if these judges don't sell out, crumble to any type of, pressure later on as our society continues to evolve and everybody continues to lose their minds and start saying everything is injustice. Long as they don't buckle under the pressure and hold true to the Constitution, we don't have to worry about our society being hijacked by some social justice agenda. And so this was a huge win, very important. I'm happy. This is a late birthday gift to me because the liberals and the Democrats ruined my birthday. He was supposed to be nominated on September 20th, but they're going to push it back. See, you know why? Because they don't want me to be great. That's what it is. The Democrats and the liberals, they don't want me to be great. They don't want Kev to be great. And that's what the problem is. Anyway, the reality is they don't want America to be great. That's what it comes down to. Now, there is a couple people that I want to thank for making this all happen. First of all, I'd like to thank Michael Avenatti, the creepy porn lawyer, who, of course, he contributed to this win by bringing in some raunchy accusation from some lady, nobody ever heard of. They had a horrible background, horrible past. Testimony was totally debunked, made herself look like a fool, and made Michael Avenatti further look like more of a fool than he already does look like. But what that did is it opened up the minds to all those that might have wondered whether this is some type of hit piece, some type of false allegation, coordinated attack by the Democrats. And I'm sure when he came out with this garbage in his mind, he probably didn't see it playing out like that. He probably was like, yeah, I'm about to be the guy that comes in and everybody cheers and say, thank you, Michael Avenatti. You came in at the last second with some more information to hit him high and then hit him low. But unfortunately, when he came in with that garbage, it opened up the minds of everybody and said, wait a minute, if Mike Avocado is involved in this, then something got to be wrong. Something, I smell a rat. Anytime he shows up, it's like the buzzards that show up after a carcass is dead and eat nothing but garbage. The buzzard is a nasty animal, and they feed off of tragedy. They feed off of death. And Michael Avenatti, when he shows up, it just reminds me of a buzzard, So thank you, Michael Avenatti. I want to personally just give you a shout out. Alyssa Milano, I want to give her a shout out. Of course, she was in the courtroom for whatever reason. I don't know. I guess she just wanted to make her presence known so everybody realized that she's in touch with the common people, not us. But I guess she's in touch with her inner snowflake, and she wanted to just be there to support all the snowflakeism that was just falling down in the courtroom and the grandstanding from the Democrats and so on and so forth. But nonetheless, she got on MSNBC the other night and was being interviewed. And they asked her a question that even the MSNBC commentator had to go, what the heck is she talking about? She was talking about how President Trump belittles the intelligence of Americans. And the MSNBC commentator was like, well, do you think that's what it really is? Because, a lot of people agree with him or he listens to him or whatever. And she says, but do they? I think he's like, maybe, putting some type of cult, thing on them where they are just agreeing with them. And I'm going, what? Even the MSNBC commentator looked over to her side, like to her commentator partner next to her. She was like, did you hear this crap? We ain't gonna call her out because we're on the left and we got to stick together. But her facial expression told it all. Meaning she looked at her buddy like, is she serious? She really believes that? And see, here's the crazy part about that. She had the nerve to say that Trump supporters, or I guess are influenced by him because he's putting a mojo on us or something, some voodoo, you know, which is kind of odd because when you think about it, Trump supporters are the most independent thinkers in the world. Now, why am I saying that? Because, see, it's not popular to support Trump according to the liberal media, the entertainment industry, according to all of education field. It's not popular. We suffer and run the risk of being persecuted, talked about, deemed as deplorables, all those things. So we actually have to think independently, subjectively. We have to think reasonably, logically. All of those things play a part in a Trump supporter's mind. Okay, we don't walk around like the people on the left, because I also want to thank the creepy chant leaders. Did y'all see that? The people in Washington, they gathered them all up and they were like, all right, everybody, let's go ahead and repeat after me. We will, go up, to Washington, D.C., D.C. I was sitting there like, are you kidding me? Or do they have a big watch behind it like, we will, go up, go. And they were like making up these chants and going over there, I guess the notes that they're supposed to go, all these SJWs that show up in Capitol Hill and chasing Republicans all through the halls and stuff, talking about shame. Well, I guess they've been given lines, they've been given scripts, you know, and they showed a group of women, since everybody's so, you know, in tune with their femininity, all of these feminists that's running around. It's odd because one of the cult chanters, he was a guy telling all these women what to say. And one of the women at the end was like, wait a minute, isn't this one person, like, isn't they on our side? Why are you saying we need to go to this person's office? He didn't even respect her comment. He looked at her and brushed her off and kept the chant going. And everybody was like, yes, we will obey. So who is really manipulating people with like some type of voodoo or cult-like mentality? I mean, everybody on the left echoes the same thing, and that's including the people in the media. They all say the same thing. If the word of the week is, you know, constitutional crisis, you'll hear that every time somebody gets on TV. If the word of the week is unhinged, then you'll hear that, you know, everything's unhinged, you know. So I definitely want to thank Melissa Lano. Who else do I want to thank? I want to thank all of the SJWs that's been running around screaming and chasing people, because thanks to you, your party now looks crazy, okay? And it's dividing the Democrats. All of those people that were straggling on the fence and wondering, you know, what should I do? Should I support the Democratic Party coming up in November, or should I support the Republican Party? Well, now that the Democratic Party looks crazy, out of control, and truly unhinged, I think that has helped a lot of people make up their decision, made them determine which direction they're going to go, because they don't want to be a part of a group of people who settle all their differences by chasing people around, screaming at them like it's the Salem witch trial. Shame, shame, shame. It's a shame that you guys waste your whole day running around following people yelling shame. That's the real shame in all of this. But I want to thank you, though, because you really helped us look like the more sensible party, which we are. And further highlighted how ridiculous, crazy, impulsive, emotional, non-reasonable the left is, okay? Who else should I thank? Oh, yes, indeed. Gotta thank the roundhouse kick guy who kicked the reporter in the, I guess, the stomach, because he didn't agree with her view on abortion. Excellent job, pal. You furthermore solidified our victory that's going to come in November, because, see, when we watch stuff like this, a guy who comes up and he asks a couple questions to this lady, she supported, she supports, I guess, no, she disagrees with abortion. That's what it was. And so this guy's way of handling it, like the left has been doing ever since Trump got elected, is a roundhouse kick, which he claimed he was trying to kick the phone out of her hand, but he kicks her in the stomach, and you heard him afterwards trying to, oh my God, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kick you in the stomach, I was trying to kick your phone. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because the kick landed right there, oof, in the stomach. And immediately, you heard her saying, call the police. I hope they showed up and gave him a couple of good ones. Settle down. Oh, it looks like he's resisting arrest. Uh-oh. Ooh, oh, I got him, Johnson. How dare you kick a woman in the stomach because you disagree with her? And this is the craziness of the left. See, they think they can do anything they want to do and justify it by saying it's because these people are evil and wicked. So I got the right to hit somebody in the stomach with a Chuck Norris spin kick and nothing happens to me. And I hope they throw the book at this dude and make an example of him for all of us to see what not to do. That's what I hope. So I do want to thank him for his roundhouse kick. And then, of course, finally, all of the snowflakes and liberals that's running around and they're gathering their little groups, you know, and they're coming up with the chants and their little things that they don't rhyme. None of them. They just get out there and just throw out random words, you know. But nonetheless, I want to thank them for, of course, highlighting how crazy your party is and how far left they're moving. And they use a word, I guess, to try to say, this is what democracy looks like. Their whole chant, they was all in a big group, and they were saying, this is what democracy looks like. And I'm like, is it? Is that what democracy looks like? See, the last time I checked, democracy looked like sensible, using facts, evidence, data to make decisions. I don't believe democracy operates like, you know what, just because this is a woman, we should just believe her. It's that simple. See, here's what the left goes wrong. They make arguments with no reason and no fairness. It's always, we don't care about fairness, okay? We care about you simply agreeing with us, whether it's fair or not. And they're saying, well, women deserve to be heard and believed. I'm like, no, let's see, back up, let's back up. They deserve to be heard, just like the accused is deserved to be heard. But nobody deserves to be believed. What you deserve is to present the facts, and the facts make people believe. The evidence, not just the fact that you're female or male, okay? If you provide the evidence to make me believe, then I will believe. But if you just show up on the scene and say, here I am, I'm a female, and I'm gonna tell you a story, and you have to believe me based off of me being a female, now that should be the alarm for every reasonable person to go ding, 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 crazy, manipulating. This is not a democracy. This is not a republic. This is not fairness. They're just running right over the Constitution. What they're trying to do is bring in social justice issues and prey upon people's kindness, their emotions, or just simply shaming them and making them say, okay, no mas, I tap out. I don't want to be called a woman hater. I don't want to be called whatever they come up with, because, you know, they're special when it comes up to all these names they call us. So that's what their goal and objective is to come out and call you everything under the sky, a misogynist, you support rape. See, and they always go too far. If you don't agree, it's not that you don't agree, but in contrary, you now support rape. I'm like, how did it go from me saying, I just want some facts and evidence to justify this claim, to, oh, if you don't simply believe them at face value, then you support rape. And then they might even take it further. I bet you like it. You like rape, don't you? He likes rape, everybody. And you're like, well, no, I don't like rape. She's making this. Okay. You know what? I believe you. That's what they did to Jeff Flake. Yeah, they got him in the elevator and hit him with a couple of the harsh words. Yeah, beat him up verbally. And Jeff couldn't fend him off. You know, he wasn't blocking. He wasn't sticking and moving. You know, had him in the corner, beat him up real quick, and then he tapped out. Now, I don't want no more trouble. Okay, we'll give you what you want. And if we would have bowed to that, it would have been the end of the world as we know it. So we live to fight another fight. November's coming up. We got to get out and vote, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, they're not through. Of course, they're regrouping right now from that loss. You know, they're shaking it off, licking their wounds. But trust me, they will be back. The left will be back. Now, they have damaged themselves severely, and they have received a major blow by overcompensating, going too far with trying to stop Brett Kavanaugh from getting nominated. And they woke up the sleeping giant. They woke up a lot of conservatives and moderates to say, man, based off of what I saw happen, I'm coming out and I'm voting. And the momentum now is on our side, but we got to keep it going because it's still like 30 days. You know how people are. They ain't got the sustainable energy. They'll break down and tap out like, oh, I knew I was supposed to do something today. It's November. Well, anyway, I figured out. What? They voted? Oh, man, I missed it. Can I put in a late vote? No, you can't. Got to get out there in November, and you got to vote to make sure they learn what not to do. Because I'm going to tell you, if they win in November, they're going to feel all of this craziness is justified and all of this craziness works, and they're going to continue it. But when you put the smack down on them, hopefully they'll wake up and say, well, that didn't work. Because see, the left, they don't learn. They don't learn. You know, they tried the whole, I hate Donald Trump, don't vote for him because he's evil and he's a misogynist, racist and all that stuff. And they think, well, maybe, you know what, for that particular time, it didn't work. But let's run that back and let's see if it works in November. And if it does, they're going to say, okay, yeah, our strategy, our plan, it's pretty solid. Let's keep it going. But if it just fails drastically like I think it's going to, maybe they'll wake up one day and they'll say, maybe we shouldn't bring up race for no reason. Okay, we're accusing everybody to being racist for no reason. You know, white man on a white case talking about some sexual allegations, but all of a sudden, I just need to bring out the fact that these are 12 white men. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sick of hearing color in every sentence. Or whenever talking about a person, it always got to be a lead in to, well, he's a white man or she's a white woman. Or I'm going, okay, how about that these are senators, you know, whatever. But why does it always have to be some type of racial thing? Why does it always have to be identity politics? Maybe they'll learn that it's not sitting well. You know, I don't like the doo-doo they're trying to feed me because they're telling me it's chocolate. Okay, it's not sitting well in my stomach. I'm regurgitating it. And so is America. They're throwing it back up. And maybe y'all will learn and start serving us something to eat that tastes good and will stay down on our stomach. Now, that's my take on it. You've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. The Ace Ventura laugh. Like a glove. Yeah. Great victory. We got to keep the momentum going. Anyway, check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. You can find them in the links below. Great shirts. Been rocking them all week. I put them through the test this weekend, y'all. I went out and was getting my boogie on and everything. I said, if these tests can survive Kevin's boogie night, then they too legit to quit. Because I went in there like, boogie nights. Oh, yeah. I hit them with the yeah, I was jamming. So the shirts are great. Come in all shapes, sizes. Come for male, female, you name it. And also check out my Facebook page. Check me out on Twitter. And check me out Wednesday nights, 7:30 in Kevin's Corner, my live radio blog talk show. And I do go live on Facebook as well. And if you want to support Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's links in the bottom to do so. Make sure you hit like, share, and the notification button. And we will see you next time in Kevin's Corner. All we do is win, 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 win. Yeah, word. See, if you're under 35, you don't know what that means. You're like, what word? What is he referring to? Well, when you say word, you're just referring to whatever you're talking about. And in this case, winning. Word.